Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, and welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. Happy almost Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. I hope your December has been treating you well. I currently have a house full of little kids. I call them the big kids, though, because they're all big kids. But they're playing games, and I just hear banging on the walls and people laughing and screaming, and it's just a little chaotic today. They're all home from Christmas break and enjoying themselves, I hope. So if you hear banging or things randomly, I don't think you'd hear them in this episode, but it's happening right next to me. I'm so grateful this year. I have so many things to celebrate this month, and just this year overall, hitting over $100,000, serving the most clients ever in 2023. I have people on my wait list to work with me for next year. My big one too, my podcast downloads have doubled within just the last couple of months, and there's just so much more. And I'm just so beyond happy with how my year has turned out, both personally and professionally. And I'm just feeling so abundant and magical this month. And I hope you can kind of feel that too. I do take all of next week off. So the last week in December, I take a full week off. So there's no client calls, no Voxer, and I'm actually debating whether to even post. It's just been a while since I mentally checked out from social media and just my business overall. So sometimes y'all need to take some real time off. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing next week. So if you don't hear from me, I will be back starting in January. I'm going to come back with a big bang. I do have a brand new offer in January that I'm so excited about. I haven't done this before. I do it myself. It's a planning session for Q1 with a content planning session as well. And I'm going to include a group Q&A. So stay tuned on my stories and on my email list for more details on that. Okay. All right. Well, let's dive into this week's episode. It's going to be all about how to create more opportunities for yourself in 2024. All right. So get your notebook out, take some notes. I can't express this enough. You can't wait around for things to happen for you. All right. You don't just get handed new clients, a ton of money, like 1,000 new followers or any partnerships or anything like that. You feel me? All right. If you truly want something, you got to go for it. You ask for it. You put in the work to achieve the goal. I remember when I first started, and I'm a little embarrassed to even tell you this story. I'm like, when I wrote this down, I was like, do I tell this story? Okay, I'm going to tell this story. And I might have talked about this on my stories in the past and even in some of my posts, but in my first month of coaching, I had these old notebooks. Okay. I have a stack full of old journals and just all these notebooks of me just expressing my thoughts and my dreams and just like courses I took. I have a ton of notes from courses and everything like that. So I have all these notebooks. And one day I opened up one of the pages and it said, I'm going to make $80,000 this month. Why $80,000? I don't know. All right. But I wrote it all over my journals and in my notebooks. And I thought I was just so ready to have all of these clients. But here's the thing. I was following all of those coaches that were making millions of dollars. So in their world, $80,000 a month was so normal for them. And I was like, that's going to be my new normal, right? So I saw all these other coaches just making bank. And I thought, well, if they can do it, so can I. I truly loved Ambitious Allison. She was so great. This version of myself, like when I look back, like I love her so, so much. I saw potential. I saw the possibilities, and I just had so much ambition and tenacity. Realistically, like I had big dreams and I was like, I'm going to get them. I'm going to achieve them. However, I knew I couldn't just wait around. I couldn't just sit and go, all right, I posted once, like I'm just going to wait for all these clients to come to me. All right. One of my first business coaches said, go and create clients for yourself. Go and make a name for yourself and let people fall in love with you. And I was determined to create opportunities for myself. I wasn't just going to sit around and think about my business. I was going to take messy action and make a ton of money. So that's exactly what I did. All right. I started reaching out to people, making connections, having conversations with entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, other coaches, and just random people who were starting their service-based businesses. I got on so many calls and it was the best thing I could have ever done for myself and for my business. I was willing to get kicked out of Facebook groups even. Like I was like, I'm going to comment. I'm going to ask to connect. I'm going to share my wisdom. And I posted and I posted. I was on Instagram just DMing people. I wasn't afraid to take up space. I wasn't afraid to have the conversations. And I knew at this point, like I knew that this was what I wanted to do in the long run. Okay. Like this was my purpose. I knew that this business really lit me up. It truly fueled me. I was excited to wake up every day to work. I knew I was meant for greatness. I knew I was meant for more. I really wanted to live an extraordinary life. And you probably know that too. There's something deep inside you that knows that you were meant for more. You are meant to live an amazing life. And yeah, this business is your roadmap to get there. All right. So over time, guess what happened? I started getting clients, right? The seeds I had planted bloomed. The people I was having conversations with turned into real sales calls and real paying clients. And once I felt so confident in my methods and my ability to coach, I started sharing my methodologies with bigger groups of people. I started asking to be on podcasts and to do presentations for certification programs. People welcomed me, and this opened up way more opportunities for myself. I did not sit back and wait, okay? Once again, I'm creating opportunities for myself. I didn't just post every day and pray that these magical, Instagram gods, we can call them, would just share my posts to these new people and all these like the cold leads of the world. I went to them. I created clients for myself. And I want to go back a bit though, okay? When I first started my business, I had nothing to lose. I had no reputation. I had no clients. I was literally just wanting to coach people, probably just like you. You just want to help people. And the lifeblood of your business is people, right? You guys have heard me say this before on many other podcast episodes. So guess what? I have all of my clients do. I have them talk to people. Get comfortable and confident communicating with real people, strangers who need your help, strangers who you find on social media, strangers who want to make big changes in their life and are looking for someone just like you to help them. I got over my fear of people. I let go of assuming that people are going to be mean to me. I let go of the fear of hearing no. I truly embrace making real connections with people. And this is the thing, write this down. You lose 100% of shots you didn't take. Let me repeat that. You lose 100% of shots you didn't take. So it's time you ask to be on a podcast. It's time you DM'd your new followers asking if they're looking for help. It's time you set up some of those coffee chats with interesting, like-minded strangers. And when it comes to money, the difference between someone who makes no money and someone who makes 6 figures or even 7 figures is the person who makes a lot of money simply just asks more people for more money every single week. All right. So going into 2024, what is your hang up over connecting with people? Why haven't you asked to be on that podcast yet? What's blocking you from creating an audience full of hot leads? So you might need to get comfortable getting uncomfortable. Okay. Do things you've never done before. Stop avoiding the things that actually make you money. It's required if you want to get to where you want to be. And if you don't want to do this alone, this is why I'm here. I'm here to help. I didn't do this alone. I want to tell you this. I had help along the way. I still have help along the way, even making the money I'm making now. All right. Life and business wasn't meant to be done all alone. In 2024, if you are being called to work with me and you'd like more guidance on the how and the strategy, this is my superpower. Okay. Teaching you how to communicate your message and communicate with humans and get people to sign on to work with you. To learn more about my one-on-one coaching program, DM me on Instagram at Allison_Henderson_coach and stay tuned for more of what's coming up in January. All right. So that is all I have for you today. Go create some opportunities for yourself. All right. So thank you so much for listening. Happy holidays. And I hope you have the best week with your family. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison_Henderson_coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.